So we're going to go over the nerves that pass through the infratemporal fossa today. So you have the ramus of the mandible and the lateral pterygoid plate. It's that space in between that makes up the infratemporal fossa. You have the mandibular branch of the trigeminal nerve. It exits out the cranium through the foraminal valley. And after it exits, it branches into two different branches. So you have the anterior branch here and the posterior branch here. So the anterior branch branches into 5 different nerves. The buccal nerve here is solely sensation, and the other 4 branches provide motor innervation to the 4 muscles of mastication. So you have the deep temporal nerve innervating the temporalis muscle, the masseteric nerve innervating the masseter, the nerve to the lateral pterygoid, and the nerve to the medial pterygoid muscle. And then you have the posterior branch. It gives off 3 different nerves. The posterior branch first has the auriculotemporal nerve. As it branches off, normally you would see it encircling the middle meningeal artery, but I wasn't able to show that here. The auriculotemporal nerve comes up to innervate the auricle of the ear and the temporal region as well. So deep to the mandible, we have 2 different fibers as well from the posterior branch. You have the inferior alveolar here. It goes through the mandibular foramen and continues down the mandibular canal inside the bone in order to provide sensation innervation to the mandibular teeth and the lower lip. The lingual nerve here is actually joined by the chorda tympani fibers here in the blue string. This is a branch off the facial nerve, and they travel down together, go through the submandibular ganglion, which is where the presynaptic post-parasympathetic fibers of the chorda tympani synapse before reaching the submandibular and the sublingual glands. And the fibers of the 2 also continue down to provide sensation and taste to the anterior 2/3 of the tongue.